Innovative.
It's your man, Deshaun Showtime Watkins.
It's the ignorant one, Shiloh Greaves.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy A.D., the voice behind the microphone of Comptonmania.
No cool ass Cam.
He's so cool, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the culture of... He was so damn cool, I couldn't even hear him.
A whisper. You don't just start whispering.
Welcome to the culture of Comptonmania, man. We're back in full effect. Before we even get started, look, make sure that you guys come check out Extreme Wattage.
Extreme
at
Wattage.
Watts Culture Fest. It is Saturday, March 21st, 2026 from 3 to 8 p.m. 10950 South Central Avenue, Los Angeles, California. Free admission.
Free.
Be there. Be there.
Free 99.
Be there.
That's a great price. It's free.
And on today's episode, we got a lot of wrestling topics. And ignorant one, where are we at with this one?
Well, cool ass Cam has a video of our good friend Mikey O'Shea.
Hey,
Mixing it up with the pizza man. What's his name? Luigi, or I forgot his name. But this guy's over as hell. The dude
Super over.
Yeah, he spins the pizzas. He's an East Coast guy. I think he was on AEW last year, the year before, something like that. But yeah, Mikey was in there with him. And
His name is Luigi Primo.
Luigi Primo. That's him. There you go.
Luigi Primo. I want him to make my pizza pie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not only make your pizza, but he'll also whoop your ass too. Ugh.
For real. Now this guy, he's been all over, and I have seen him, man, and he's really entertaining, you know, and but he's went viral, ladies and gentlemen.
Look how he
knows how to master the dough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at that. Wow.
So
I
you
want to
got-
know if he could really make a pizza.
You got 535,000 likes on that one. Who knows the views, but that's just on that page alone.
8.8K comments.
Yes.
Wow.
So when you do the metrics of that, and one thing about Mikey O'Shea is that guy, he does numbers.
Look at Mikey's comment. Oh, hey, that's me. Guy here with the pizza dough.
Hi, Mikey.
He has to let everybody know.
No, it needs to be known
That's
because I think Mikey doesn't get recognized enough. I mean, this made it onto Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this, like that's top notch. That's mainstream. You're now pop culture, know. And I think Mikey has been working SoCal wrestling for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And Mikey, I think the moment you set up a base somewhere else outside of SoCal, your career is going to explode. I think so because I think you've been reaching for that brass ring for so long, and as much as we would like to do for you too, we could only do so much. But man, I tell you what, you are a special talent, and it's nice to see you being recognized for what you bring to the table, because you do your TikTok stuff, like you create more content than anybody on this scene. So I'm glad to see you getting recognized for that.
Wow. Shout out to Dream Slam too. Dream Slam been really doing their thing. I like the fact that they got the orange mat too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Dream Slam has
super
become
rare.
one of the top companies on this scene, actually.
Absolutely.
But that's the master of Mikey is the master of viral. It just seems like he's always going viral with the things he does. But now it's like it's kind of poetry in motion that he is the one that's across the ring from Luigi to be a part of this viral moment. You know, I mean, Mikey, shout out, like you said, Shiloh. I mean, definitely, he is the master of viral mania.
Absolutely.
What is there like a stigma with SoCal? Is there like or is it that SoCal can only take you so far?
SoCal, and one thing about SoCal, and this is the debate that I have with a lot of SoCal wrestlers, is when you do like the ratio of guys that made it like successful, and I mean successful, we're talking mainstream WWE level successful, it's like compare it to other scenes, it's pretty far behind the rest of them. SoCal, you'll get some indie fame, you'll get a couple of appearances on AEW maybe, but it's like for the most part, like everyone out here, they're not you can't talk business with them. And I know it because I've worked different scenes. I've lived on different scenes. So I experienced it. Like when I lived on other scenes, everyone had a different drive because most of those locker rooms I worked in 5, 6, 8 years ago, half those guys got picked up. So it's a whole different dynamic in other places. And that's why when I talk about Mikey, if Mikey was to just set up somewhere like the Midwest or even in the Southeast, I think if Mikey was in Atlanta or Florida or something, I think the sky would be the limit for him in a place like that.
When you say something like that, it sounds like you're kind of saying maybe about to be a hot take. And I don't. It's not my take, but it sounds like is the California wrestling scene oversaturated? Or
So what's funny is it's better than it used to be. I actually really do find it better than it. Like 10 years ago, it was a different. But yeah, I think it's better than it used to be. But it's definitely become so saturated to the point where like even some of the young talent, they lack a certain drive. I think they lack more drive than we had 10 years ago. You know, like 10 years ago, you had a lot of talent talking about, man, I want to go elsewhere. I want to see what else is out there. And nowadays, talent's just like, oh, well, you know, why do I got to travel? There's 4 or 5 companies already booking me here. So you end up with a lot of 40-milers.
If they're making the money that they want to make and they comfortable with that, then I mean, to each his own. But you know, like you say, you do got those individuals that do go, you know, above and beyond, and they want more. And I think those are the standouts.
Absolutely. And I think when you stand out here, there's just that glass ceiling. There's definitely a stigma on it because, like it goes back to. There was a time where everyone wanted to leave here. No one's talking about coming here. You go to other towns, no one's talking about. When they talk about I want to work California, they're talking about Bay Area. You know, no one's talking about L.A. No one's talking about San Diego. They'll talk about Vegas before they talk about L.A. So.
Okay, so if somebody comes to L.A., like, all right, so this is Comptonmania, so we know Comptonmania, right? But outside of Comptonmania, if somebody's coming to L.A., who can they look forward to working with?
Well, so the way I see it is, L.A. has always treated local artists in general, music too. I think it treats locals like shit.
I think it's all entertainment because think about it. Everybody comes here with that dream, right?
Absolutely.
People come from out of town to come to L.A. because they feel like this is where they can make their dreams come true, right?
And most of the guys that make it out of L.A., especially wrestling-wise, were not born here. That's a very important pattern. I think, like when it comes to like LA native born talent, that's actually like made it. It's a small list.
Yeah. But I think maybe as they come out here, like when you got like a Santino Bros and you got like, you know, Knox Pro, Dream Slam, I think a lot of these wrestlers that are based here, I think they're feeling that they're at the mountaintop. You know, some of these companies, Comptonmania, when you're at this level, I feel like they think that that's where they want to be. But it's like I'm looking at Luigi, like he's based out of Texas and the dude has notoriety. I mean, I've seen him on on AEW TV. His gimmick is real gimmicky, but he's known. And now we've seen him on Jimmy Kimmel. But I think you can get to the place that maybe some of these guys are trying to go to, but I think it depends on working on their craft, working on their gimmick, or working on whatever the gimmick is, brother. You know, if they're not doing that, they'll never achieve even the lower level.
Let's say they do work on a gimmick, right? And they really perfect the gimmick, but then they get signed. And then as soon as they get signed, now that gimmick goes away. They got to be whoever the contract tells them.
That does happen, but I think the initial step would be to establish something for yourself.
Right. You need something for the indies, right? You need something to get picked up.
What Shiloh's saying, a lot of cats is just they're complacent with this level, and they're not trying to stretch themselves to another level.
Yes.
You know, so
it's all. Oh, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say because last week we were talking about different archetypes too. With the Luigi guy, you don't see too much of an Italian pizza guy that's whooping your ass. You know what I mean? But at the same token, how far can it go? But this guy is over. He's got eyes on him from all over. So it's just like we need more archetypes and characters from all over. But
not necessarily saying going back to that Vince McMahon era with the garbage man and and the
pretty
clown
much,
and all of that, but it's things within modern times
Yeah.
that could be used, which would be great gimmicks that we don't see.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a lot of professions that's out now that wasn't out 10, 15 years ago that could be used at certain.
Well, I tell you one thing,
Like
we don't
a computer tech?
The geek squad nerd, you know.
We'll fix your computer. I tell you one thing, we'll still
You
always
coming
find
out
somebody
hitting
in the
people with a
hood.
keyboard, you know.
Don't bring the repo man to compliment.
Hell yeah, gotta bring somebody to repossess your
man.
vehicle for sure.
No, but to answer your question, Cam, you know, like when you say like who does outside talent have to look forward to when coming to work in SoCal, there's plenty of people to work with. Just the thing is, I feel like that outside talent's gonna get more over than the local guy. He's gonna walk away with more money than the local guy, and he's gonna peace out back to wherever the hell he came from.
So do you feel like it's better to support the local talent, or do you feel like
LA needs to support the local talent?
so
And
you're
it's
saying,
always
so
been
you're saying
yeah.
LA promotions should book local talent before booking out of town talent?
I think if you're going to book out of town talent, you need to have them start laying down for locals more. And I think that's a big issue why nobody's really been made locally. I don't see any, like it happens,
They get
but
booked
like
to lose.
at least at the shows I go to, anytime like I see a name brought in, he's beating the shit out of the local and he's leaving. So it's like, that's where it's like, and I get it, like that's part of the business, but at the same time, it's like, we've been just there, you know.
That makes sense. Everything you just said makes sense.
Yeah.
And that'll possibly, I mean, that's how when you say someone like Mikey O'Shea, who's been around and he's been a part of so many promotions and is promoted. He's been outside of Cali as well, but I think that's how you build him up as a staple in the region. Is like by we bring in this out of town talent, and he gets to go over. You know,
Well,
I think.
And to add on to that, it's fun because sometimes the win doesn't even matter. I think it really does matter. Like that's why I say location matters.
Yeah.
Where the match happens matters. You know, like I got big matches in Chicago that would have probably never saw the light of day if they happened in LA. You know, so like that's where it's like it's a whole different world out there. And that's why I encourage all the locals to travel and see what else is out there.
Yeah, that's a good situation. That's interesting.
So moving on
Yep.
to our friend Tia Hale.
Oh, Tia Hale.
Tia Hale.
Tia.
She won the NXT. What was it? The North American Women's Title. She won. She took one of the belts in NXT the other night, and she caught a lot of backlash online from fans. It was quite unwarranted. It was unnecessary. But let's see her reaction to this all.
I've been wanting to touch on this subject for a long time now, and I just haven't felt like I should, and now my opinion's changed. I'm a 22-year-old girl. Think about that for a second. I wouldn't have even graduated college if I moved away in the middle of high school to pursue my dream because I valued that over comfortability, and most people could never have fathomed to do that. And every day to look at my Twitter timeline or look at social media and see negative comments about me as a human being is disgusting. I have worked my ass off for 5 years for the biggest moment of my career. And you all take it as a joke. You act like I'm the worst human being in the world for my 1 ounce of success that I finally had. It sucks. I don't think you understand every day that I wake up happy, sad, miserable. I don't care. I put professional wrestling above everything. And for 5 years, I have valued this industry to such an extent, and I valued others' opinions. And it is exhausting. I love this more than anything, but what I don't love is to constantly be torn down by other people, by other human beings. At the end of the day, I am a person. I am a 22-year-old girl who is getting to live my dreams, and for some reason that's wrong. And for some reason you guys decide that you want to go hate on somebody else because you're not happy with yourself. You feel the need to tear somebody else down to build yourself up. Are you serious? I don't understand it. I don't understand the level of hate in professional wrestling today. And for just 1 second, I would love for you guys to internally think, would you like for somebody to say this about me? Think about that. So please, take an extra 10 seconds before you put something up on social media. Please. And remember that the person on the other end of it is also a human being. So, I don't know what to tell you. Happy Sunday. Go to church.
All right. Tell us how you really feel. All right. What you thinking, Showtime?
I got a lot of mixed emotions.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Company owner, send us off.
First of all, great promo. You know. Number two is I can relate. Like, I think so much passion. Great job of not cursing. Great job. I really felt the emotions. I remember being young, being really into my craft. I would have said a whole bunch of bleeps and bleeps and bleeps. But I felt the genuineness. I felt her. I also have this other feeling where I'm just like, wham, wham, wham. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I was feeling both, but then like I kept harping on 22 years old, and I had to rewind the time. She's a puppy. She's a babe. Like, yo, when you 21, bro, like, perspective is a lot different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got all these eyes on you, and people don't know. You don't always feel amazing when you wake up in the morning. You don't always feel, just because you're in the field that you love, it ain't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you want to blow this motherfucker up.
When people is sitting up and being those internet bangers and stuff like that, and you know, they hiding behind a keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
They not thinking about mental health.
No.
They not thinking about none of that. They thinking about, what can I say right now that's going to entertain me in this moment?
Yeah.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? They not doing it for nobody else because nobody else, you know.
They also doing it too to get a response. Because
Rage
I
bait.
noticed a lot of times people know if they say something crazy, oh, they noticed me.
But when you get hundreds and thousands of people, when you're at that type of celebrity status on a platform that big like that.
So I don't think she should have posted this. And that doesn't invalidate her feelings at all. It doesn't mean what she was feeling isn't real. I just think that this shouldn't have been posted. I think that if you're going to seek mercy from the internet, that's the wrong place to go. You know, because now you just gave those rage baiters a whole lot more ammo.
We live in the social media era, though, right?
And
I see people still to this day that will go on their Facebook and post their every move.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I just did this right now. Oh, I'm about to go do this next. Oh, I'm about to go do this next. Every move they make, they posting about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like the internet is your best friend. They don't have nobody else to talk to, so they got to turn to the internet.
I think the assumption that everyone needs to view your feelings, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I feel like because we're a TV generation where everything has to be presented. That's how we grew up now. Now with the internet, everybody, social media, now everybody has the chance to present what they want to present and show what they want to show. But your feelings, your every move, you know, talking about this, he said that. I've seen Facebooks where their way they're dealing with what they're dealing with is telling everybody. And everybody don't need to know your business. Everybody didn't need to know about her feelings. Everybody didn't need to know that.
Then they'll get mad.
She need to
They'll
talk
be
to
like,
a
why
mental health
you
person.
telling my business? It's like, you just told everybody on Facebook.
Exactly.
Now her business is officially everybody's business.
It's public knowledge now.
Yeah.
So, and this is where it's like, and going back to what you just said, Cam, about like when it's hundreds and thousands and it's nonstop. This is where I say the advice to all wrestlers.
Yeah.
The more you ascend, do not be searching yourself up. Do not be typing your name up in these Twitter search bars. Don't be because I think this is a result of that. Because like I remember when that T video went viral, that's what really sent me down the spiral, was looking my net, just seeing all that. So it's like I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
You know, but like, and this was just like wrestling fan heat, and this is where I'm just like, first off, girl, welcome to being over. Congratulations. You're over. So it's like so when I see you crying about this, you know, I still think like you may have just struck gold and you don't realize it.
Is
So
she a
it's-
heel?
I don't know because I
Not
haven't been
anymore.
watching NXT.
Not anymore. That's a
Oh, no, that-
babyface promo full of passion.
Oh, this looks like a heel turn to me, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can feel that. That's
could be, too.
that look.
But I mean, it's very relatable too.
And
It's
that's-
very relatable.
Here's my other thing.
Well, she's gonna get cheers. People are gonna support her. You know.
Well, here's my thing. WWE's broken the fourth wall so much in recent years. Are they trying to create a fifth one? Are we being worked?
The fifth wall was it on the
Yeah,
ceiling?
yeah, like where? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but they're trying to. It's a pentagon-shaped room now. I don't know what they're doing.
But I also feel like that is the way you're supposed to use social media when you have wrestling. I feel like you use social media to promote whatever's going on. Like, other than that, it's a waste because people are on social media more than they watching TV. No one's watching TV. The closest thing to TV people are watching is YouTube.
And that's why
Right.
YouTube blew
Like-
up to where it is now.
So it's just like you said, we are like in a prism, but it's just like we're in a different age.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's
And this girl was born in 2003.
That's
So
when I
the year-
graduated. Damn.
That's when like MySpace was created. So it's like all like no. And this is the thing. We have a generation of people that are now adults that
Yeah, I
only
think
know.
2003, we was on Black Planet.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
still
we
was
had-
on Black Planet. Dang.
Yeah. Like so.
I mean, she's in a generation that she doesn't know. I don't know about y'all, but I'm OG. I'm in a generation that remembers when we didn't have cell phones.
Yep.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about, I'm talking about that. I had to have you text me, or page me so I can hit you back. You know, I remember that.
Or people had to wait till you get home
Exactly.
to call you. Like
Yeah,
you
leave a
couldn't just-
leave a
yeah.
message. I'm gonna call you back when I get home.
Exactly.
so and so there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what
And you had the
people-
music in the background when you got the little message.
Hey, you know you've reached. I'm gonna hit you back when I get back. Yeah, but I think.
Hey, when did that stop being cool?
2000.
I got a homeboy. He still
11.
got that message. He got on this thing. Hey, you know who you reached. Go ahead and leave that message.
Yeah, because I remember one day, like, ringtones wasn't cool no more. Like,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff just started changing.
Remember having my boombox playing, had a little Genuine. Only when you're lonely. Hey, hit me up. You know who this is.
Yeah.
what was on your voicemail, Charlotte?
I didn't have. I was just the
Oh,
you've
just-
reached. Yeah, it was just I
Yeah, that was on my pager.
yeah.
Those are the times.
Nah, but going back to this generation, yeah, like you guys like talk to your peers, talk to older wrestlers that were raised into this social media stuff, instead of
Yeah.
those that don't know a world without it.
You know, my thing is I just pray and hope it's she's talking to people there in WWE. I hope they
Yes.
use this in storyline, and I hope
Yeah.
if there's any, because the best stories are the stories that have some realism in them. And so I pray and hope that if there is realism to it, they encourage her to do it and they're going to utilize it. Because, I just pulled up a list, 2022, we got Sarah Lee. She died from 30 forms of combined drug intoxication. Then 2020, we have Hannah Kimura. She was a Japanese wrestler.
I remember
she
that.
committed suicide, and after cyberbullying, and then we know Ashley Mazzaro, in 2019, WWE, committing suicide there in 2019. So I just pray that the people she's talking to, I hope, but then this right here, I really hope she has some direction, because you're in the WWE machine. If you're putting this out and you're not handling it, so I really hope she had support in putting this out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and also what she did say, remember that that's another human on the other side.
Very much so.
And we do feel.
But let's talk about though. I mean, one thing, we support her. My prayers up for you, Thea.
Yep.
But let's talk about the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. But let's talk about them, the Goobers. Let's talk Goober, super Goober. Let's talk about the Goobers. You kind of were mentioning Cam. We talking about the cast is just sitting there. They ain't got no life. All they do, they don't even have their picture on they little profiles or nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they want to do all this talking, all this woofing. You know what I'm saying? I've even had it where I comment on stuff. Like I follow a lot of different wrestling things and I'm commenting on it. And then they go left just trying to shoot on me because of my comment. And I'm like, bro, this is my comment. This is what I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And
so
yeah.
the people that I could closest refer them to, right? Like growing up was like in the 90s, the people that stayed home, they was watching all the daytime talk shows like the Jerry Springer, all that type of stuff, sitting on the couch all day. You know, you ain't really moving from that recliner.
Yep.
And it's like now they sitting there in front of a computer or with their phone in their hand doing the same exact thing. You know, it's just a new age of people.
Yeah. And sometimes people think, you know, this is what I've seen. People think they've experienced some things that they've never experienced.
No, and they
They've
won't
done
ever
it from
experience this
afar.
because they won't get up and go, you know. But they'll rather criticize the people that are doing it.
Yeah.
You
You know, you said that homeboy, the OG homie, like as me being a married man, you know, I got my friends as single back in the day. And I'm like, man, tell me about it, man. What was up with the club? They had all the females, you know what I'm saying? I'm living vicariously through you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now it's like, they're living vicarious through their phones.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll tell you about yourself. I don't like you.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, and we just got to stop that. That's the problem with so much wrestling right now is these fans, they think your fandom doesn't, and mind you, we grew up with the golden era, with Hulkamania, and the Attitude Era with Austin and Rock. But we didn't have the opportunity to just share our thoughts all the time.
No, we
didn't
had
have that.
fans that was bold. They would jump
Yeah,
that rail,
well, that's
and
true,
they'll try to get into the ring,
Here's
and they'll
my-
get their ass whooped.
Here's my thing. The moment a wrestler, and this is one thing I had to learn over the years, the moment you engage with the fan, like once you start arguing with them, it doesn't matter if you're right, you lost.
Yeah.
You know, like this is where I'm just like, okay, this emboldens that exact base of people.
Yeah.
Because one thing about that IWC is they will not stop.
They won't.
Until somebody does what the people you listed
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
You know, like that's one thing about them. It's fun and games, and they'll be like, oh, mental health. So that's, like IWC.
And they want you to hit them. Because
Oh,
if
yeah,
if
they-
if you
man.
hit
Yeah.
them, they go, "Oh my God, he
Y'all,
killed me!"
excuse my language, but if you let somebody come in there and fuck your money up,
Yeah.
if that's your job,
Yeah.
you getting paid to be there, like you letting somebody who's not getting paid to be there
Yeah.
No.
come in there and mess up your paycheck.
But that's what I'm saying about her. I really hope she did get with WWE. I hope they okayed this because if they did, they messing with her money.
I hope
now.
they got real therapists involved.
Yeah,
with
for
this
real.
Yeah,
situation.
they
It's
just
really,
need
it's real
And
serious.
I also believe that we gotta disconnect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think sometimes we so locked into social media. It's like after you make your post, get the fuck up out of there. Go do what you gonna do. Go work out. Go be with
Yeah.
your family. Go because if you stay, it would drive you nuts.
It will.
It would drive you
100%.
freaking nuts, man.
But I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at this video. I hope she turned the comments off.
Because they was gonna keep going.
They
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
that
on
they-
her head, you know. Yeah, I think they did cut it off.
Is there a way we could watch to see if they got comments?
I don't know.
Oh, there's comments.
I think there was initially
yeah.
there was initially a lot of support in the early comments, but I just don't
Well,
know.
that's good. I mean, because I see right there, it looked like 1.8K. So I'm just saying, like, that's that. It's like, what are you looking for when you make those
Right.
kind of posts? You know what I mean? I've made some posts in the past, and I got frustrated, and then
I
people
think
are
she
like,
wanted people
hit
to
me up.
stop. I think that's what she was looking for. She wanted them to stop.
Yeah, please stop.
See, it was a cry for help. So he was
I get it.
It's a cry for help, but I think sometimes
and she looks miserable.
She does.
but we have to put ourselves in a better space. That we have to know the joy we get don't come from people. I'm a big person that always say, man, the joy you got, joy is not an outcome or a result of something you get. Even though that's the moments we do be happy, joy is a way of life. And if she's living her dream, You cannot don't let them get in the way of it. Just keep your head up and keep flowing, because she's already a former champion. You know what I'm saying? She had one of the most shocking wins. A couple months ago, it was a botched pinfall, and she won the title, and she ended up losing. But so what? Who cares?
I actually praised her for that because what's funny is during that botch, they messed up that 3 count, and she immediately sold the win. She didn't sit there looking confused. She just went, nope, that was a 3 count. I was like, no, girl, you got it. Relax.
And right there, Thea, that shows your professionalism. And no matter what they say, they can't take that away from you. You are a former NXT North American champion, women's North American champion. And to keep your head up and keep pressing, and we got your back.
Man.
Yes.
Next topic.
Huh. Speaking about emotional debates.
Emotional damage.
So this is actually from a few weeks ago. They're doing a flag football match in Saudi Arabia.
The Saudis doing it big, huh?
Saudis are just
doing everything.
Yeah.
all the money
Taking over everything. They're gonna just buy everything.
We're taking over.
So we don't gotta come there to see what
you come.
We can
here.
pay y'all to come do it here.
Yeah.
So I hope they stop this war though before WrestleMania next year.
Definitely. I was talking about
Man, they almost gave us a basketball league.
So Tom Brady is going off about this flag football game. Let's just see what him and Logan Paul are talking about.
Logan.
I'm told that I'm being flown out to Saudi Arabia to compete in a Fanatics flag football game. With you.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried for you, because I know for me. Well, you're a good athlete, but you're like these guys are another level.
Yeah.
So,
I am the highest level. I am the level.
No, you're not the level.
So I'm looking like he ain't been eating or something. He look like a little scrawny.
That's how you know he's still in good shape.
That's that.
That jacket is dripped though.
No, he got that $1 million shirt.
He got that.
He got
booty chin. Spartacus.
So basically, Tom Brady is going off. He's going off.
Dudley do right.
He's saying WWE is cute. He's saying WWE's cute. They're not real athletes. And
they're a good athlete. But honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, and I'm thinking of
can Saquon Barkley do
Justin Jefferson,
a flip off the top rope?
Have you not
180
seen him
moonsault
jump
off the top
over
rope?
someone's head? It's cute. It's a great. I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football. This is real competition.
I was an all-state linebacker. I rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns my senior.
Wow. He just quoted it right there. Sound like Al Bundy.
4 touchdowns, 1 game.
See, you can still bring it.
Polk High.
We all had a great pass. I won 7 Super Bowls. Who don't give a shit? This game, March 21st in Saudi. I'm glad you're going to be there, and I'm glad you're finally going to participate in like a competition that matters.
This guy's insane. The audacity of Tom Brady, I can't believe it. Wins 7 Super Bowls, thinks he can just go around and talk about his flag football game like it's going to be the Pro Bowl.
It's going to be way better than that.
Wait, I think I'm on your team, bro.
Really?
You said
well,
that.
Well, then I'm going to feed you. Because you're going to be... Have you been working on your routes?
No, bro. But stop talking shit to me. I need to be amped up like you did when you guys were down 28-3 in that one Super Bowl.
Then I'll do that. Look, I'm focused. And I want us to win. And if you're on my team, then look, we're going to be best friends.
Bro, I know if I drop that ball, you'll never talk to me again.
I'm motherfuck you like I did Edelman and Gronk. That's what I'm gonna do.
I don't know.
Whoa. Pause. That sounded super crazy, right? Hard. That's crazy. Mother F you. What?
So
pause.
So that was that's the first part. So let's see so this started a deeper debate in the Twitter world where
IWC didn't like that, Tom.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's funny. So you go to the comments that immediately everyone pivots to Lesnar. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, like there's more tough guys than Brock Lesnar, everybody. It's like,
Yeah. But he's the ultimate, though.
I know. It's just funny how that was just like the ultimate.
I don't know, though. Go get Haku. It's over, bruh.
Haku's older now, though.
Yeah, but he's still a beast.
He'll still bite someone's nose off.
Yeah, Haku was that dude. I ain't going to even...
Yeah, so... Oh, no. It was...
the other one?
Yeah, it was the other one. That's going to be the... Okay, so Le'Veon Bell, he started going off on Twitter, and this was 2 days ago. And he's talking about any and every wrestler can get it. Stone Cold would get throttled. Pause. Wrestlers aren't real athletes. Let's just be honest here. Most guys go wrestle because they don't make it in football. I would throttle Roman Reigns. I would throttle Seth Rogen. I think he meant Seth Rollins. I would throttle The Rock. So, just Le'Veon.
First of all,
Why is throttle in all caps?
and
Pause. What do you want to? What is
Why is
throttle?
throttle in all
What does that
caps?
mean to him?
Every time
Anyway.
it's in all caps, though.
Throttled.
It's like he copy and pasted it.
that's crazy.
So, I will say this. There was a lot of football. I'm not going to say football rejects, but it was just a lot of guys that did not make it in football. I think that's what a lot of the wrestling business was built off of. Originally was former retired football players. You go back to the 80s,
Well, if
90s,
they retired,
they all had that.
But if they retired, it's not really saying they didn't make it, right?
Well, they got injured out.
They got injured. Yeah, it happens. I mean, like we say, it's easier to get injured in football than it is to get injured in wrestling, right? Because football players will intentionally injure you
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
Facts.
because they want to win.
Yes.
The game is on the line. They want that championship.
Yeah.
Except if you the quarterback, you can't touch them.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah, if you breathe on them, boy, you getting ejected.
You can get like a pass interference if you do it the wrong way, But
yeah, you're right.
so-
they intentionally hurt.
So moving to that next screenshot that you had up. So Ricochet, he was one of the people that rushed to the defense of the business, talking about, but a lot of wrestlers are great athletes, so this narrative is crazy. Here comes AJ Francis, heat magnet, coming in. I would definitely not say a lot. Some wrestlers are great athletes. You are one of the greatest athletes to walk God's green earth. All the NFL players are world-class athletes, not some. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
even the ones that ride the bench.
I don't know, man.
Let's be real here, right?
I think
Because
to make any league, you have to be.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
be.
That's
true.
I see
Yeah.
NBA players that are trash.
Yeah, but they still
Do you
but
think
I'm
that's
sorry,
is
Cam,
it
no disrespect,
political?
but they'll ball you up though.
Possibly,
They're
but I
professionals.
feel like they're trying to fill a roster spot.
Nah, they not just filling it with goobers though. IWC.
I do no.
You got guys that'll never see a game. They never play, but it's like
But they better than your average though.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
what- so
I mean, when you talking about NBA right now, what's my man name? Right now, he balling in overseas right now. The dude Shaq used to talk about. He's a center.
Dwight Howard.
No, not Dwight Howard.
not him.
Oh Lord.
He's having a bad news
He was
day.
playing with the Lakers too, I believe.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee.
Oh, yeah,
He just
he-
scored 39 points at this game. 39 points, 15 rebounds.
Yeah, he's putting up
I'm
Hall
just
of
saying
Fame
he's a
numbers.
professional.
Yeah.
Who we playing against?
But still, it's a professional league though.
But when
It
the
might not be
competition-
but to us here in America. But my point is
Now we're-
that over there he's balling. Out here they're like, oh, he's average. I'm just saying his above average is better than our average. You know what I mean? He would dominate. So I do think that to make it to a professional league, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, even. But,
I see a
ain't
lot
getting
of
on the ice.
guys at Venice Beach, right, in the
Yeah.
Venice League
Yeah.
that should be starting in the NBA.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't get.
But in the words of my Stephen A, they don't want to put down the weed.
I'm happy you brought him up, though, right? I'm happy you brought him up. Stephen A, the guy who averaged 1.5 points per game, but got the nerve to talk about any and everybody.
But he does have a
any-
game where he had like 25 points at Winston-Salem University.
But what was his average?
Whoa.
What was
I don't
his
know his
average?
average, but we're gonna pull
His
it up right
average is
now.
1.5 points per game.
He had a night. He had a night. Okay.
He had one good night.
had a night.
But like when you're in professional sports, especially like the NBA, you can be a guy who can average 35 points, but they want you to play a specific role.
But how
So
do
your
you average
role-
1.5 points per game
Because
and
he's
talk
not-
about people?
You're not going to get because he gets
Is that
paid.
above average? Is that better than your average?
He did his
That's
job.
not better than your
Hold
average.
Leave
on,
him
though.
alone,
But we're
Cam.
not talking about Stephen A. Because Stephen A. He's an above average journalist and TV fixture, but his basketball acumen, playing wise, is 1.5.
You did the fact check, right? You did the fact check, right?
I think I could average 3 because I'm gonna hit that top one.
Yeah, he said AD like
Hey,
at least
if I'm gonna make it to the free throw line, bro, I'm gonna get those.
But you see, but you got to get the minutes. If you're not getting the minutes in 82 games,
But how do you get minutes, right?
Gotta be performing.
You got to be the athlete.
you got.
But you take someone like I can't think of his first name, but he's on the Knicks right now. Shamet, I remember when he was playing with the Clippers. With the Knicks, he had a game the other day, or not too long ago. He was like 25, 30 points. Came off the bench. They had a lot of injuries. He was hitting a bunch of threes. With the Clippers, he was barely getting run. And I'm talking about when he was younger and he had more, but now he's older, but he plays his part. Systems. But I'm saying make it to the league, I mean, you got scouts that are scouting these things.
What about Bronny?
They are professionals.
How about Bronny?
Bronny will probably hoop us up though.
Bronny would definitely hoop us up, definitely, and on top of that,
so we talk about scouts and all that though, right?
But they're scouts, man. I mean, that's what they view. Now, I have been there. I do announce, ladies and gentlemen, for LA Southwest College, and I did recently announce for the CIF high school championships. And I will say basketball, and I did football at the end of the year. I do say at some point they do need elevated training and teaching, because I'm like, oh wait, they made it to the championship, but they out here getting all these traveling calls.
Yeah.
But it takes higher education. I mean, I think that keeps moving on. When you make it to the NFL, you got coaches that have been coaching for 30 years. And
it's a whole team of coaches.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, teams of coaches.
Yeah.
You got a whole offensive team, and you got the defensive team.
And also, we're talking about this one-sided. We're talking about this as wrestlers being football players, but let's keep it real. A lot of football players aren't great entertainers. Some of them are blah. They're boring. And just because you got a nice body and you can tackle hard with super pause, does not mean that you would be a great wrestler. And that's facts, because the thing is, wrestling is entertainment for football. Even though Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and I'm not taking nothing away from Mr. Number 7.
He is the greatest.
But guess what? If he was to become a wrestler, nobody would give a damn about Tom Brady.
They would.
No. The business would, because it'd draw tickets.
So look,
I'm talking about if he was a wrestler, he doesn't have a personality that's going to make you go.
He actually does.
Wow.
He just showed us when he said he's going to MF him. You know
because he's talking as Tom Brady, Mr. 7 championships in the NFL. But he's not like a...
I could see them giving him a match with John Cena right now.
I think
Right
Tom
now.
Brady.
Tom Brady and John Cena right now.
First off, I'm almost certain this was a work out of Tom
definitely.
Brady. Secondly, so it's not a work out of Levy.
That's the best opponent for him right there, John Cena.
No.
And I have seen on the dirt sheets, there's something about WWE.
They
and
trademarked
Tom
something
Brady,
for him.
something. So it's
Oh,
something.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're doing the Mania at his stadium. So but
His stadium.
yeah, he
He
basically
is the minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, and they made some good trades, too.
Yeah,
They-
Mendoza. He better take Mendoza under his wing. That dude was balling for the championship.
So I think where wrestlers got this comment, because there was way more offended wrestlers in the comments, and I think what got mixed up, because I said it before we went on, wrestlers got confused with the athleticism comment with toughness. They took the athleticism comment as an attack on their toughness, because it's like, that's where it's like, okay, then they're saying, oh well, put a wrestler on a football field and then put a football player in a wrestling ring. They're trying to make the comparisons where it's like, okay.
If the wrestler has a past in football, I think they're going to be okay. If the football player has no history in the wrestling ring, they're not going to be okay.
I mean, we have a great example right now. Trick Williams. He is on a meteoric rise right now, and he played for the Philadelphia
I'll give you
Eagles.
another one. Ron Simmons became the first black WCW.
Simmons was a dog.
Think about Lawrence Taylor.
Deep voice dog.
I know you guys-
I'm saying Ron Simmons. I'm going to say Ron Simmons because he was a world champ.
No,
Yeah.
so think about Lawrence. You guys remember LT, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but they put him in the
LT
main
had
event
a
against
hell of a
Bam Bam
match,
Bigelow.
too.
No, and what
they did that for gimmick purposes.
No, so what happened was LT, he walked into that, kind of all his football buddies, like everyone kind of just like, okay, like this is just an easy payday for him. Now, LT, when he was out there, he walked out of that match a different person. He was like, oh, wow, like this was, he said, I wasn't, like the cardio's different. The way you have to move is different. The impact, that's much more significant than you think. And then it's like, you got guys, comparing schedules. It's like, of course, wrestlers work a longer schedule.
Yeah.
But also wrestlers, they don't take care of themselves. That's why when he says world-class athletes, he's right, honestly, because world-class athletes, they take care of themselves. World-class athletes, they get to stop when they get concussed.
I would have rather saw LT have that conversation with Tom Brady than
Oh yeah,
Logan Paul.
absolutely.
But LT showed
Because-
showed respect though, because shout out to Bam Bam Bigelow who made him look like money.
Yeah.
He sure
at
did.
WrestleMania 11. But shout out to LT who respected the business, but also showed his. I mean, I'm a Giants fan. I grew up. LT is my favorite
Okay,
defensive player of
that's
all
right.
time. So, but LT, man, he showed the respect. 'Cause now, if he would have disrespect, I was a wrestling fan too back then. I would have been like, nah, LT. But he showed love and respect. I feel there needs to be. I think when you're crossing different brands or whatever your genre is or whatever it is what you do, you have to have respect for the ones that are the champions of these genres.
Yeah.
And I think Tom Brady disrespected Logan Paul. Logan Paul has shown you. Logan Paul, hot take. Logan Paul is the greatest celebrity crossover wrestler of
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
all
can't-
time.
Not even. No
can't-
one's
of
comes
all
even
time.
close.
Of all time.
Absolutely. Yes, Cam. Yes.
you know what?
time.
Yes.
I think Floyd Mayweather could have given him a run for his money,
Dennis
No,
Rodman.
but
Rodman.
but no.
you said Rodman? No, but what my point is,
Rodman's NWO run.
no, Logan Paul
No.
is a everyday wrestler.
Yeah, he
Logan
does.
Paul's freaking doing.
Rodman missed
Yeah, like-
NBA practices and all this
He
shit
did.
to go.
Nah, that
He
was-
said, "I'm about to
that
go
was-
wrestle
Rodman
tonight."
was over.
He
was
said, "I'm
over
going to
as
wrestle
hell.
tonight."
Yeah, but we're talking about the longevity.
I'm kicking
Yeah.
it with the
The
NWO.
Rodman
Fuck the
team.
finals.
Fuck the finals. It was during the finals, bro.
I get that, but Rodman team with Hogan. My thing is Logan Paul has had singles matches. He had a championship match at WrestleMania against LA Knight. He had a one-on-one.
What is Logan
matchup.
Paul famous for?
He does
Right now?
Everything.
He's a YouTube.
No,
YouTube.
Oh, the
YouTube.
streaming. Yeah.
Streaming.
Yeah. Mhm.
like I show speed.
Of course. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I would say he's even another guy, but he ain't had no match. He just
Yeah,
makes
but he's
appearances.
training, though.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
training. There's footage of him and Randy Orton.
I would want to
yeah.
see I show speed in the
Yeah.
ring. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he got it.
They
But I'm
almost hurt him. That
Yeah.
that concerned me. Last
Braun
time he was in there.
Breaker?
That
Yeah,
scared
that
me.
was hilarious.
And this is one thing about celebrity crossovers is sometimes, man,
Yeah.
celebrities can treat it as a game. And I'm not gonna accuse it of being a hit, but it was just, whew, it's. Sometimes, yeah. So celebrities, the boys feel the need to teach them lessons, and that's
Yeah, man. A lot of
it
times
is.
though we use the word celebrity, right? And that's
Yeah.
why I asked that question, like, what is he famous for, right? Because we use the word celebrity and say, oh, well, this person is famous, but how did they get famous? How did we make them
I get
famous, and
that,
why do
but-
we consider them famous? You know,
But it's at the same time when something is a different genre too. It's like it's a lot of hip hop heads that know these certain artists that I don't know, and I
Right.
know hip hop, but I just don't know that artist.
Mainstream,
exactly,
and yeah.
exactly. And then but they consider, and then right now, shoot, I was just sharing about how I was doing that CIF game. This cat walked in, everybody knew who he was. He had a entourage of somebody with a camera. He was a streamer, and I'm like, who is this dude? It was like stopping the game
We
and
in a
everything.
different
Like, what's
age.
going on? So we are in that different age, but I think when I refer to him, of course, it's because he has probably like over millions of followers. But the thing about him, when I say he's the greatest, is because we've seen even Bad Bunny, his matches was amazing. Bad Bunny,
Ooh,
right?
Damn, I should.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's amazing.
He's up there,
I'm
too.
gonna say he's second, but when I say
but look,
Paul,
what happened
it's
to
'cause-
that whole angle, right? We had the whole LWO thing going,
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
that. It was big for the Bad Bunny representation.
True.
But now that representation isn't there no more,
Yeah.
we got all kind of like immigration stuff going on all over the U.S.
Yeah.
and it ain't no
probably
type of
stalled all that up.
representation going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
But man, I can tell you on that because I feel like I mean, hot take. Like
Give it
Triple
to
H is dropping the ball.
Give it
That's
to
my
him, bro.
opinion.
Oh, because Bad Bunny, that entrance that they did in Puerto Rico,
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
think that I don't think there'll be anything comparable to that energy.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I just refer to Logan Paul as that because he's had longevity now, and he's at first he was a part-time talent, but now he's full-time. He's there every week.
and he draws. And
Yeah.
he got he the one that
Well,
got the prime situation with
By
WWE.
being a streamer though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like who else is doing that?
But like I say, for somebody like I show speed, definitely it will help with representation. Number one,
Absolutely.
Well, we definitely need that. And I'm thankful with someone like Trick Williams. Like
I like
love his
Oba.
rise.
Oba Femi.
Yeah.
I like him too.
Oh yeah.
But I'm telling you now, we're gonna talk about this in a while. But Trick Williams, man,
Superstar.
Trick Williams is gonna be on the level of The Rock, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So how long do
Yeah.
you think it's gonna take for that to happen?
He's there now.
He's just like.
So you see him
Trick
doing
Willie
movies,
just-
you
his
see him doing
charisma
movies
is
and
not-
everything like The Rock.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But right now,
His
when you
aura.
go to an arena,
Yeah, we talked
and
about
thankful
that.
Aura.
to Brooke.
Oh yeah, because the theme song and all that.
Yeah.
That's why I say work on your
That's that
entrances,
hustle
guys.
and
It's
flow
always
type. Oh,
entrances.
And you know, shout out to him because he went to them and said, I want this beat with the horns. He gave him a whole little breakdown. He gave him something. I saw this video where he was breaking it down, and I wanted to sound a little bit like this.
Do they
He knew what
still
he
got
wanted.
one person making all the entrance music? Because you remember at one point it was a dude, Jim Johnson.
They need to bring him
Nah,
back.
they need to bring him
They
back.
that
had
guy was the best.
Yeah.
So one of the company
Go.
right now, Def Rebel, they've been making a lot of their most recent beats.
Oh, they're
So,
still there.
And it's like some of the ones. And then there was this other company that nobody, the IWC, I know y'all don't like them. I can't think of their name, but they were making beats for a while. And so now it's like,
They need to hire Jure. Jure is a beast.
Hello,
Yes.
shout out.
I mean, they even had Jimmy Hart making music at a time. You know, it's like
Yeah.
So pivoting to our next subject.
Tom Brady,
Well,
I'm coming for you.
Yeah. 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 So.
oh damn,
So.
so little.
So speaking of, butthurt wrestling fans, we have. Oh well, that's a little blurry.
I love you, Cody.
But Cody Rhodes' SmackDown title win and becomes WWE's most disliked YouTube video of 2026. All right, wrestling fans, what's going on? What are we doing?
I watched that match. There was the interference with Jacob Fatu. I don't know. Did somebody else interfere in that match too?
Nah, just Jacob. For on Drew's.
I mean, I get it. I understand. You know, it's like they had their little thing going already. But I don't know, man. It kind of reminded me of the times of the Attitude Era where you never knew when a title change was gonna happen.
Right.
And I feel like they got away from that for a long time to where you know.
TV title matches.
How long did Roman hold the title? You know,
Yeah.
before we saw a title change. And then we got the other belt on the other side, and it was like that one kept switching hands at pay-per-views and stuff like that. But, you know, I always felt like it's entertaining, and you're going to draw when you have those title matches on a weekly show. And, you know, we don't know who's going to win. So, we want to watch to see what the excitement is going to be.
Yeah.
But
I think the problem was, so you're building. Cody had two options. So he lost the belt in around December to Drew McIntyre because of Jacob's interference. Because if you've been watching, Drew had to do with Jacob being out for weeks, and so Jacob shows up. Cody put his hands on him in that match. It was a cage match. It was actually the 3 levels of fear, the 3 levels of hell match, and so Jacob costs Cody the match. So Drew wins the belt, and so Cody had the chance to win the belt at the Rumble or get the shot back, win in the Royal Rumble, because Drew said, I'm not giving you another shot. Cody didn't win the Rumble. Then Cody goes in the Elimination Chamber. Immediately, because Drew interferes in the Elimination Chamber, helps Randy Orton win. And so then Nick Aldis says Cody is going to get the match Friday. It's kind of like, that kind of takes the air out of it, because it's like, this is the golden boy, and we know that, but I do think I think the fans are a little tired. He does get a pop. He still gets the pop. Everybody's still singing. Listen, I got the lyrics right here. It's talking about adrenaline in my soul. Every fight out of control. Do it all to get them off their feet. Crowd is here, about to blow. Waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up. I'm home. Whoa! But people are tired of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
so
That's the real.
let me say this.
It's like 4 or 5 straight WrestleManias main evented.
Since they presented him, Jacob Fatu has been presented as an unstoppable force. They gave him a Goldberg push,
Yeah.
right? At what point do you give him a run?
Yeah.
That's the thing about these unstoppable monster pushes, man. You got to give them something eventually, and you could only run through so many people. And I think I don't think
who's
Jacob
gonna stop him? There's nobody really.
Well, I don't think Jacobs ran through like all the main event scene yet. So I think like he's like him and Drew, that'll be like a good little start at Mania.
Yeah.
But I think that when looking at Cody, first off, fans begged for Cody. They got Cody.
Yeah.
You know, but
Because of the story.
Well, also, the thing about babyface champions is you always want to keep a babyface on the chase. Like, if you look at Stone Cold's title reigns, you never saw his longest title reign was when he was a heel. Yeah. And that was about a 5 or 6 month reign. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like Roman, that 4-year reign would have never worked if he was a babyface. They had to make him a heel for that. Is because you need a babyface on the chase.
Yeah.
You know, and I think what happened was Cody lost the chase. And that's why the fans turned on Roman originally. They didn't feel like there was a chase with the guy. They knew what was coming.
From a Mark's perspective, right? Is it because he's the American nightmare where it's just like, ugh. Anytime you connect it to America, like especially now, it's like after a while people just be ugh. Like it's like, especially in the hood, it's like, yo, why is always
I
like
think
Hogan,
Cody,
even when Hogan had his run, it's like you got to the point where, you know, it's just like, man, I wish this motherfucker lose. You know, like.
But I think Hogan got there though, because when he was in WCW, you talking about like Circle, he got there in '94, but he's still doing the Hoganmania with the short yellow tie. And by well before '96. They're booing him.
Yeah.
That's why they needed to make a change. And I feel like with Cody, there was a need for a change, but I think I blame it on the writing. I think creatively, they had a story. So they raised the prices for WrestleMania last year, right? Going to Vegas, it was sky high. It was ridiculous. Nobody could afford
$7,000
from the year before to that year. It was ridiculous, right? And so from last year's, actually go back to 24 to the one in Philly to compare to the one in 23, the one here in SoFi in LA. Yeah. The prices were just going up and up. Once TKO took over, it's triple and double the prices, right?
It's horrible.
And so with what's going on, the reason they were able to sell last year in Vegas because John Cena's retiring. John Cena's heel, big story. But then you get to this year, and they're not even knowing which direction they're going with Cody. So the plan, what I heard, was it was going to be a triple threat between Drew, Cody, and Jacob. But the moment they signed on the other side for it to be Roman and CM Punk, and the tickets weren't selling, that Roman and Punk match is dope. That's going to draw, but we need more people to buy tickets.
Absolutely.
And so they blew it up, and just so that's why now they're going to give us what they've been wanting for years. Cody and Randy, but I just feel like we just fell into that. It's weird because Randy is the Cody's original.
But
leader.
Randy's been hurt.
Yeah, but
Randy's been hurt a lot of the time that Cody's been kind of having his storyline.
Randy needs to turn heel.
So when Randy does come back, Cody's already in the middle of a program with somebody, so they got to give Randy something else.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it's been this whole time.
Timing.
Yeah. I don't know, but it just feels like Triple H didn't want that match or something. It just don't make no sense to me.
I would have
had Randy should have been the first one to get the title shot, I think. But I think they always had it in their back pocket. It was like, one of these manias, we're gonna pull it out. Now they are, but disproving right here that everybody's disliking his victory.
But no, because my thing is, first off, fuck the IWC. I don't want you guys to sit there. I don't want you guys to sit there for 1 second and act like you guys were clamoring for Drew. Because now this whole "we want Drew" thing, it's like, this is why they don't listen to you guys. Because you guys
want Drew.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, y'all like Drew, but it's like this whole wave of support just because Cody won the title. Like, it's so fake. Because if they gave the title back to Drew, you wouldn't be like, would you guys go to Vegas to go see it? Like, are you guys gonna?
Same way what happened.
Are you guys tuning in?
The same thing about having a baby face on the chase. You got to have the IWC on the chase, too. And
let me check my phone.
And we're going to end on that note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, guys. It was a good show. Long show. Loaded show.
March 21st. It is Extreme Wattage. Saturday, March 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. 10950 South Central Avenue. That's the WLCAC. Free.
We'll see.
We will be at AEW this weekend. Be sure to come grab a flyer.
Revolution.
Yes.
Let's get revolutionized.
Come.